Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna have the 10L match versus DSC. This is gonna be to see who keeps going over to the grand finals to go and fight Vile to see who wins the championship series tournament. So again, today we have DSC and the 10th Lyran Guards. Right now they're gonna go ahead and start doing the map bans here. Both these teams did play each other earlier this season, with DSC ultimately coming out on top. First and foremost, of course, I'm Direwolf Sang, one of the casters here, and joined with me today is none other than Moker. I believe I said that right?
Hello. Yep, that's
Cool.
correct.
If I remember correctly, you did play in the series earlier as well, correct?
Yeah, we actually lost the match last week and came out as fourth place as part of Mantra.
Alright, so we got first things first, we have HPG, Bearclaw, and then we have HPG and Bearclaw is going to be maps 1 and 2. Very interesting that HPG is going to be the first pick map. I mean, it's going to be a pretty stereotypical play. You're really going to kind of see your typical trade setups for the basement fight. Eventually, Bearclaw is the newer map again. We've seen all these maps 100 times, so we have a rough idea of how the maps are going to play. I actually think this is the similar order to what they played whenever the teams fought each other earlier. I could be mistaken on that.
I don't actually remember, but I can check it in a sec and
Yeah.
give you the info.
Yeah, Terra Therm is going to be the map 3 here. And so again, just so everyone is aware, this is going to be the best of 7. So whoever gets to 4 map wins first will win.
Okay, I have the info of the previous match. It was Bearclaw first, then HPG, and then Terra. So almost the same order, same 3 maps, just HPG first.
Yeah.
This time. Okay, and first is gonna be Viridian Walk, and last is gonna be Frozen City.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty interesting setup for maps. Right now teams are going to be picking sides. So we have 10th Lyran going to be on team 1 first, with DSC going to be on team 2.
Okay.
Which I don't really think much changes there. So, like, a lot of the maps here really don't have a side favorite bias, except maybe Frozen City and Terra.
Yeah, there's definitely some strategies you can play better from some sides. For HPG, I believe the preferable side is Team 2, because it's a bit easier for you to trade there. But that might just be a personal preference.
Yeah. Then we have the same, so nothing changes. Man, if they just all stay on the same side throughout this entire match, it'd be wonderful. It'd be less work for us to do. But as soon as we say that, it's probably going to happen. No, actually not. They're staying on the same sides. I think 10L and DSC are perfectly fine with running these sides exactly how they are. Yeah, again, huge shout out to Tios for running the master streams earlier for everyone that got to see those. Really, really great job. Always love to see the Masters Challenge come back around. Again, if you didn't get the chance to see it, definitely stop by next time. In the MWO Comp Discord, they're gonna get announced there. You could win whatever mech you want within a certain limit. We however finally our first swap change, first side change of the match is gonna be on drop 4, where DSC is gonna take team 1.
Yep. At least we're gonna see the
then-
Viridian Walk for sure. It's not the map that's being played much,
Yeah.
from what I see.
So, alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and bring it over to the lobby view here.
And
Right hand
yeah,
side.
team 1 side for Frozen City for DSC. Okay, so we're gonna have one swap in the end.
Yep.
Let's wait for teams to invite their
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and get the timer started there for them.
Sure thing.
Look at one thing here. Yeah, so for the best of 7, if the game plays all the way over to drop 5 and it is still not a decided winner, then we're going to have each team pick a map. And so, for instance, DSC will pick the map for the first map that they want, 10 Lyran Guards will pick the second, and then 10 Lyran Guards will pick the side for whichever map DSC picked, and then DSC will pick the side for whichever map 10 Lyran Guards picks.
Yep. And I believe we have some time to go to the map strats. Maybe talk a bit about what we will see most likely.
Yeah, absolutely. Get us brought over here.
Okay,
yeah.
So
if you want to talk a little bit about it, by all means.
Yeah, sure. So 10 Lyran Guards gonna be team 1 for this match, and team 2 is gonna be for DSC. From what I've seen from most teams, they usually like to put some traders up on the walls as usual, and then either move towards Delta 3 with their assaults and maybe lights, maybe some quick push on the wall to get some assaults, kill them there, or they can put more tonnage into the basement. We've seen Stone Rhino, I believe, going into the basement with the Wolf Pack, just trying to take hold of it and grabbing the 3-cap advantage. Same for Team 2. Not much changes here. I believe the Team 1 side is a bit better in terms of trade, just because the wall there is a bit better. But overall, same kind of idea. I believe DC was one of the teams that was jumping on the wall here, trying to take some assaults and get an early advantage. Overall, most will be decided by either trades on the walls or by whoever can just take and defend data, as the third cap is gonna give you a huge advantage.
Yeah, I think you pretty much said it perfectly. Like, this has been pretty much a tried and true comp map ever since it got reworked. Which, for those of you that don't already know, I know TS has said it in a couple of casts. I do believe HPG Classic is going to be coming back as a map that you can vote for QP. That map might see some comp play. We don't know. I know whenever I first started playing comp, it was, I think, the first map I played on. So it'd be very interesting to kind of see some of those classic maps coming back. Looks like Team 1 here is going to be locked up here soon. So we have 4 Bravo, 2 Charlie, 2 Alpha. Pretty much your stereotypical. As I say that, they swapped over one person over to Alpha from Bravo. But pretty much it's going to be really similar drop setups. I do believe one of the drop ships might drop a little bit faster. So
I believe it's always Alpha first, so
yeah. There's another thing here that's kind of like not really talked about a whole lot, is both these teams, like these players at the minimum, have that history together, history of playing against each other. Team 1's locked, so it's going to be Team 2 going to go ahead and start here. Yeah, it's like a lot of players from DSC were on EQ last year, and it was EQ versus 5J that, again, Bacon, if I remember correctly, was leading that 5J team last year, and with a lot of the same pilots. And ultimately, I believe it was a clean sweep in EQ's favor. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. My history is a little fuzzy here. But yeah, I know this year DSC and EQ basically merged together with a lot to prove. From the team especially. I know they've been working extremely hard, really trying to get everybody on the same page, just absolutely grinding scrims and matches out. Same thing for 10th Lyran Guards. They did a name change halfway through the CS season, kind of basically rise from the ashes as a Revenant would, right? So it's gonna be very curious to see how they're gonna overcome this challenge. Because again, they did lose to them earlier this season in the first round of play. So are they gonna? there's that little bit of the chip on the shoulder, right, where they're coming back with a vengeance. They probably prepped a lot more, really honed down on their mech labs, and really just want to play perfect. Like, DSC is a team that you have to play perfect to beat. And if you make a mistake, they're gonna capitalize on it. Like we also saw, like with the matches with 5J against, I believe, Fjord a week or two, I believe last week. 5J, the 10th Lyran guards are kind of prone to making some mistakes sometimes. They can be very capitalized on very quickly. Fjord did that a couple of times and brought it to drop 5. So we're gonna have to see how it goes here.
Yeah, but they did have some time to prepare and maybe try to correct their mistakes. So we'll see if they will improve. At the very least, they are currently in the finals for the logo battle against Blob. So
Fantastic.
at the very least, they might get the best logo award in this year.
All right, looks like both teams are locked. Let's go ahead and get it dropped. Yeah, there's enough talking. Let's see some mega action.
Only one mech Charlie for DSC. Let's see. Charlie was closest to Sigma and closest to the enemy side, I believe. So, what I'm guessing, DC is gonna probably play for Kappa, grab Sigma, and then maybe push into Theta. Considering they have a lot of Bravo Alpha mechs.
It'd be really cool if they kind of do a like basically jump the wall with like 7 mechs and like 1 trader in the back, and really just go and set the tone and set the pace for the rest of the match. Really put 10 Lyran guards on the back pedal. Because I mean, a lot of times we really don't see that a whole lot of that really fast aggression right off at the start. Typically teams will kind of start building up the aggression as the drops progress, really kind of trying to hammer it home. So.
Yeah, and we have a moment to observe the map. Teams are coming in. I believe you can start with the 10 Lyran guards and what they brought to us.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and head on over there. So 10th Lyran guards, we have an Urban Mech Street Cleaner, probably going to be running some snubs. Your standard issue Shadow Cat. A Stalker 5S, probably running your largest. Phoenix Hawk 7S, going to be probably snub, small laser. Vulcan 5S, same thing. We have the Bull Shark Mako in a Stone Rhino 2 and the classic Osiris 1P. I believe the Mako is probably going to have some sort of dock on it.
Okay.
Yep.
And for DC, we have Osiris for Steamrock with an Arc. Remedic Pulse, some Jenner to C, going into basement, same with Viper. Shadowcat for Magic Pen Glove. And we have Exy for Hollow. Direwolf and Stone Rhino going into the wall. And the last one is Spider 5K for Winscape.
Yeah, so the Stone Rhino 2 has 2 Hag 40s and 2 Year Large. I believe Carbon has used that before in some couple of the matches. The Street Cleaner has Light Peeps and Mag Shots. Very interesting setup on that. Especially, it does have that speed tweak to it. Be very curious to see. But right now, yeah, DSC's taking the basement here, and this is the perfect scenario that they want. You know, they have the 3 cap. Now they can let their traders trade, do what they need to do, preserve their lights and mediums and everything, and just kind of wait for the opportunity to come back. Cougar looks like he's going to try and make a play for the basement, maybe. Followed up by the Shadow Cat. The trick here for 10th Lyran is really how the placement of that Mako is going to be. This is going to be the first match that it was played. For the CS tournament, if I remember correctly. I could be mistaken. Again, someone can correct me if they're wrong. But Simmer right here is taking a lot of beating, and he was Osiris 1V, which I believe is going to be 3 medium X-Pulse and a Narc. So.
Yeah, it seems the favorite weapon of Steamrock is Narc in this tournament.
Yeah. Well, Narc has a lot of benefits to it, right? Like, you can help with the lock-ons if you have any lock-on missiles, but it gives you a lot of information for a long period of time where that mech's going to be. So if you hit it on a light mech, that light mech can essentially not really be able to do any jumps. Nyan is over here at 74% with Basalt down to 81. It does look like the trades are in favor of 10th Lyran, just the HP battle in general. Um,
That is true, but they still are losing on caps for now.
yeah, again, now they're kind of the teams are starting to rotate to that north-south position, really kind of taking the size of the maps. It looks like 10th Lyran might try and make a play for Kappa here, really just play the outside caps. The House is over there kind of trying to get that angle. Cougar is, again, trying to challenge Hollow and the Executioner here. But the team is responding very well to that pressure from 10th Lyran over here on the left-hand side. Now I am down to 63% and a little bit banged up. She's definitely kind of hiding herself a little bit there. If that left torso's open, that would remove about half of her weapon systems, especially in that particular dire.
Yeah, and Basalt is almost open everywhere.
Yeah.
The Bacon Lord is doing a god's work. He's getting chased right now, but before, and yeah, he's probably gonna lose a leg here, right? Like very open on this Phoenix. He loses a leg, might go down. Yep, gets mowed down by a Chicken Man.
Yeah.
Shadow Ace here trying to help his teammate, but it's a bit too late. Even though Bacon Lord died, he did a lot of work by helping his traders by just being here on the south side of the wall and just constantly bothering Nyan and Basalt with his
Yeah.
PPCs.
Yeah, it looks like 10th Lyran's gonna go and try and swing the caps now. They're down a mech, they need to take a cap. And they're all basically rushing basement here, leaving Sleepy by himself, almost with JP Django in reserve there. But you got 3 of 10th Lyran's light pack mechs downstairs. As DSC recognizes the fact that Sleepy's by himself, they're going to go try and jump him maybe, because it's going to be a 2-on-3 fight here, as they're going to try and absolutely destroy Sleepy here. Down he goes very quickly. This is the perfect time for DSC to grab the aggression now. They managed to pick a medium. They managed to pick an assault. They have the numbers advantage, the cap advantage. Look, or they're starting to press forward, but they're doing it very slowly and methodically. It's Stim and Windscape over here harassing the right-hand side. Still trying to get that information and everything. Because, again, that's also Stim's game is information. He runs the narc constantly on all of his mechs to kind of continuously feed his team intelligence. So.
Yeah, and he does it perfectly. And it's not easy to hit a narc on someone.
Yep. So.
Even though boss assaults are open for the DSC team, they still alive. They still doing some damage.
Chicken's jumping Carbon right here. Carbon might go down here for free. He's using, again, the DPS of the Viper to really try and hurry up and kill that. House is going to go join him. Carbon's down to 60% and falling rapidly. Chicken's down to 61. I think he might be legged, though. No, he's not. He just lost an arm. Yep. So Carbon's going down. 45. He's CT. He was a standard engine. Magic's assisting as well. Down he goes. Now they can either press this or just kind of hold it. Again, they're enveloping 10th Lyran right now.
Yep, pushing up into the Mangatsa now.
Yeah, Chicken and House are going to go and push Monk. That Stalker is really, like, heat capped. It's running 6-year large, probably a TC1 to try and help with the heat, but he gets halved. He's going to go down here very, very shortly. Shadow Ace is going to try and assist and try and get the back of Chicken here, trying to help Monk. While we also have that going on, the rest of the DSC mechs are starting to press on Django, Cougar, and Vent by applying the pressure, keeping them away. Chicken's going to go down here to Shadow here soon, but House is trying to assist him. Yeah, Chicken goes down. House needs to be careful because he doesn't have the HP to fight that, or the damage to fight that DPS mech.
Yeah, but DSC have turned the data into their favor.
Yep.
So they just need to win some time right now. And they still have 2 more mechs over the Lyran guards.
Yep, Windscape is going to get caught down in the basement if he can hopefully escape, which it does look like he actually manages to. I think Magic did a little bit of a diversion there.
Yeah, he's not going away. One of the mechs is going for Gamma, so they're gonna take the outside caps. Team Rauk is there, running full throttle, going to take Gamma.
Good. That's exactly
Not
what they needed to do. They recognize the fact that Theta's probably not the best bet, so they're going to go and try and grab one of the side caps of 10th Lyran. 10th Lyran's going to try and respond, but Windscape and Magic are already there ready to pounce on it. JP Django's down to 59%. Windscape's going to challenge him.
loses the leg,
Yeah.
Django.
Windscape lost a lot of HP, but yeah, took that leg. I think that's exactly what he wanted to do, because now he's just going to run, because that's essentially another dead mech for 10th Lyran, because medium, like those pseudo mediums and lights, if they don't have their legs, they're basically dead. So they just gonna get grabbed here by Magic and Hollow. But yeah, this is more than likely gonna be DSC's game here, unless
We're going into the basement, trying to win over Theta.
Yep.
There's Ventricon here. Hollow might go down, but they still win a lot of time for DSC team.
Yeah, this, I think DSC's gonna win. DSC is going to win this on caps. They just don't. 10th Lyran doesn't have enough mechs to keep up the
and
cap
MPG is
race.
still pretty much fresh. Yeah.
We have Stim and Shadow over here fighting. And Stim's just trying to buy time. There's the cap win. DSC takes the first drop.
Well done.
Gonna look here at the damage numbers. So far from the DSC team, we have 612 coming from Nyan, who's relatively banged up for most of the match. The Windscape down to 38 damage, but that 38 damage was also really effective. He managed to leg the Vulcan coming from 10th Lyran. Looking at the damage numbers over the 10th Lyran, we have Carbon Fire 665 in that SR2. He was being a real-ish menace to the DSC traders. Really kind of hosing them down with a lot of damage, and then Monk right behind him doing 608.
Yeah, the damage numbers are pretty much close. Just a matter of better positioning. The DSC is just taking advantage of a slight mistake, seeing that there's not enough mechs to support someone from 10th Lyran guards, and just pushing in and getting this advantage. Really well done. Technical, great win. Okay, and I believe the second map was Beer Claw.
Yep. Bear Claw, again, the newest map in MWO. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Team 1 timer started here. So. So Bear Claw, right? Newest map. Some of the teams have kind of basically figured out really how to play this map really effectively. You can do kind of the outside cap grab, or like Fjord has famously done so far this entire tournament, which they did get eliminated. Was really hold down Theta and really bunker down on it. So there's also, you have a lot of push strats that you can do coming down certain lines. There's a lot you can do on this map. The one thing again notable about this map is there's no strike usage really anywhere on the map except the outside. So
Yep, that is correct. I believe we can switch to the map strats. I just realized that on MWO Leagues 2 I kinda a bit forgot to switch the scene, so the game wasn't in full screen, but I believe everything was seen nevertheless, so not much was lost. The great win of DSC was captured. And I'll just make sure to not make this mistake once again. And on the map strats, okay, we have Team 2 still DSC, Team 1 is still 10th Lyran Guards. There's a couple of ways you can play this map. One of the ways is to just go full throttle Theta and push and try to, I don't know, get a kill here or maybe here, and basically get an advantage from that. I haven't seen any teams play that yet, I believe, in CS24, but I believe I saw it in one of the previous tournaments. So that is a possibility nevertheless. Another thing you can do is basically all the purple spots you drew here. is a great trading spots where you can put some assaults and just try to hold Epsi, Theta from there, maybe even Kappa. Most of the teams just put lights right away on Epsi, on Kappa, try to take these side caps, or maybe put some mechs to deny these side caps from the beginning.
Yep.
And then overall, whoever gets Theta wins, because the Sigma and Gamma are just too far apart. You can always try to go to Sigma and maybe grab Sigma, Epsi, Gamma and try to hold them, but just because they too far apart, it's really hard to hold any of these, all three of these caps. Because if you put too many mechs to defend Sigma, the enemy is just gonna notice it and gonna push the rest of your mechs that are standing somewhere in the middle. So yeah, going for Theta is the best bet here. The only question is how you're gonna do it, with straight or maybe some flanking from Epsi, some flanking from this airstrip side here. So yeah, see what they're gonna bring.
Yeah, so I really kind of want to talk a little bit more about how spaced out the caps are. So if you like those caps are really extremely spaced out. So unless you're running like your Flea 17s, Flea 19s, your Spider, um, it's gonna take a little bit of time for your lights to kind of be able to go and grab those caps. So if a team recognizes the fact that you're down a mech and there's one of their caps are flashing, that might be a really good opportunity to try and get a pick, make your push if you're pushing, or go and pick that light. Especially with how much speed and there's in the light packs nowadays. Like you can have a Flea 17, a Spider, a Blanner, the Ice Ferret. The new Ice Ferret with Mask can go like 176, somewhere around there, I believe.
Yeah.
It just they have that really fast kind of position changing. It really can go pick something if they're not careful. But yeah, again, like most of the fights are gonna happen near Theta, or that's where the match is gonna be decided. Unless there's a very peculiar strat that a team's running. I believe your team kind of really did some interesting flanking movements almost on this map, where you had like your lights go off to one side and your fast assaults went to another.
Yep. We did it in invitationals against the 10 Lyran guards.
Mhm.
It worked, but I believe it wouldn't work the second time against them.
Yeah. So
it worked really a lot of the strategy and a lot of luck involved at the same time.
yeah. So again, this is also the map where Carbon kind of self-destructed their first time they met. So I
And I believe the last time DSC played here, they played the cap, the control strat with putting mechs on this like mountains. I believe from Team 2 side as well, and just holding Gamma, Epsi, and Kappa, and just not allowing anyone to do anything about it. So
yeah.
we'll see if they're gonna do the same stuff as well. Another thing about the caps being so far apart is it's really beneficial for you to go legs here, because if you just leg everyone, it's really easy for you to just win by caps.
Yeah.
Because even if they have more mechs, you can just circle around the whole map.
I do hate to cut you off. Both teams are locked and ready to go, so let's go ahead and get this drop 2 on the way.
Yep, let's go.
Again, if you're 10th Lyran, right, like you're still not worried. You still have a little bit more breathing room than the best of 5. DC has to get four wins. But I think after this one, if they do lose this one, they really gotta kind of start thinking of, like, do they have any backup strats or audibles that they can make to really kind of push a DSC to make a mistake? And if you're DSC, like, you just keep doing what you've been doing. Play the long game, play smart, make sure you're not making any mistakes, because it will get picked up on.
Yeah, and I believe the first map HPG was chosen by DSC, so I guess they have the most trust in this map exactly. So there's a big chance this game is gonna be even closer, because that's the map that Revenants picked.
Everything's all popped up. We'll go fly over to the 10th Lyran sides. Over there we have a Bull Shark 6, an Executioner A, Vulcan 5S, the Urban Mech Street Cleaner A, SR6, Osiris 1P, a Phoenix Hawk 7S, and a Shadow Cat.
Okay, for the DSC side we have Shadowcat for MPG, House in Viper, Leah for Windscape, Blackjack for Chicken Man, Junior 2C for Steamrock, Viznark of course, and for the assaults we have Stone Rhino, Direwolf, and Bull Shark, all going to FC.
Now, if I remember correctly, this Carbon's SR6 is a slight change to the one he brought last time here, so let's be very curious to see how it's going to play. The other note here is the Vulcan 5S is Light Peep and Mag Shot, same as the Street Cleaner again, so it's very curious to see how that's going to play. And again, the Osiris is the same damage build, it's medium X-Pulse and HMGs. But yeah, right now it looks like the fight's going to be early on, set for Theta, Windscape and the Flea 19 trying to grab Theta here. He does successfully. 10th Lyran are going to try and pressure them back. Might decap, the cat might try and take it.
Look at the spot that MPG took. Oh, he dropped down. He did take one of the spots on the mountains to try and overwatch Theta.
And for everyone wondering, the Xe is your stereotypical Xe build of 2-year peeps and the Laser Fist.
We have gained Epsilon.
So really waiting on the DSC Assaults to kind of get into this fight almost. They're kind of held in reserve almost here. Really just allowing the DSC mechs to the DSC light pack to really take the damage, deal out as much as they can. The Shadowcat for 10th Lyran is down to 85%, dropping pretty quickly. He needs to kind of slow down on those trades. As the bigs start presenting over there on the far left-hand side of your screen, Vent definitely took a lot of damage from that, so now he's really has to be careful. His head is open. And knowing the pilots over at the DSC, they're not afraid to try and go for that headshot.
Yeah, good thing he put some armor on there.
Yep.
And Revenants actually managed to take Tepta. So they have a 4-cap advantage right now. Someone grabbed Kappa for them as well.
Yeah.
It was Osiris for Shadow Ace. Yeah.
It looks like DSC's trying to play down the 7 line, really kind of hold that side and really hopefully hold Theta that way as well. But 10th Lyran does have Theta right now, but they do have the 3-cap for 10th Lyran, so...
Yeah. Assaults are pushing up towards the Epsi, yeah. They're gonna take a flank here. With Basalt and Hollow already here. Although not many mechs for Revenants here that they can catch.
Yeah. It's been interesting so far to see kind of the role that the Bull Shark's really been taking right now. Some of these drops, you know, really just been that extra document to bring to kind of be your push response. But yeah, right now DSC has a really kind of a nice long firing line. They have a lot of different avenues. Hollow's covering down Basalt as he's in his ER large, ER medium SR6. Built perfectly for this exact strat. This is what I was kind of talking about a little bit earlier with like the mech lab and everything, is your mech lab has to be tailored around what you want it to do, what you want your mechs to do for the strat. Looks like Django here is getting caught just a little bit by the DSC mediums here. Looking at the HP fight right now, it's pretty even right now with 10th Lyran having the cap advantage. They do have 3 to DSC's 1, so DSC has to make a move here soon. Does look like 2 of them are splitting off to grab Gamma, or trying to gank something, but unsuccessfully, of course.
Yeah, Shadow Ace managed to grab to neutral Gamma. And costed some time for DSC here.
It looks like one of the DSC lights are going to go for Sigma here. $5 says it's Stem. Chicken's down to 69% and dropping very quickly. Yep, and Magic down to 79 as well. Again, Sleepy and the Bull Shark really showing the capability of that mech so far, especially trying to fight against the mediums and stuff. Nyan starting to press forward with her Direwolf W. Cougar goes down by a Hollow.
Ooh.
Was it?
Backshot.
Yeah, backshot. Yeah, he was also legged. Yeah, DSC starting to fully press now. They realize that they have to win, and they have to win now. So the damage right now is just really going down. Sleepy's down to 51% and rapidly dropping. I think Hollow here is going to try and go for the angle to snag him. A Windscape gets him, but Basalt does see Carbon trying to peek out there, kind of covers Hollow, and basically backs Carbon off so Hollow can't get killed there. DC right now is showing the aggression that they need right this second to be able to win this match very, very quickly. As it's right now, it's going to be 6-8 in favor of DSC. But 10th Lyran does have the cap game. So do you send a light to go off and grab caps right now, or do you keep fighting? With Shadow Ace right now trying to finish off Hollow and Basalt at the same time. Carbon's going to go down to 50% and dropping again very quickly still. Shadow Ace is essentially they're 2v2ing with Monk right there. Hollow goes down to the Bull Shark. Basalt's going to follow him. JP Django goes down with Basalt falling down as well. Chicken goes down. Carbon self-destructs. Shadow self-destructs. There's a lot of chaos going on right now. 10th Lyran is down to 3 mechs with 5 coming from DSC. That was a lot of kills going on, one after the other. Monk right now is 49%, but getting flanked here by House and the DPS Viper. Nyan's down to 45%.
Everyone is red, everyone is open.
Yep.
Everyone's game.
Monk's down. Nyan's down to 41%, really trying to hold it. Vent goes down. This is just Bacon versus the rest of DSC. I think it's safe to say that DSC probably has the health and the speed to effectively win this drop right now.
And they're gonna have a cap advantage as well. And Bacon doesn't have a leg, so yeah, that's pretty much done.
Again, DSC recognized what they needed to do. They needed the press and kill. That once they killed Cougar, kind of one of the more tankier lights that 10th Lyran had, it was essentially go time. You know, they killed the Bull Shark. It was even more of a certain, hey, we need to go and win this game right now. And that's exactly what they did. Shout out to 10th Lyran for trying to still trying to give it a good fight, really bring it a little bit closer there, especially with the chain of kills. I think Carbon ended up self-destructing again, with I think another one as well. So self-destructs really don't help your team a whole lot. But yeah, looking at the damage numbers here, relatively even spread from DSC. I think you're looking at your highest is Basalt and 594 with no kills in the Star 906. Followed up right behind him. It looks like it's going to be Hollow with 1 kill, 561. Over there on the 10th Lyran side, again, damage numbers are pretty even. You're looking at 546 from the Executioner A from Monk with no kills. Followed up right behind him is going to be 483 coming from Vent with 1 kill in the Shadow Cat.
Yep. Very close fight actually, with these chain kills happening at the same time. I believe 10th Lyran guards just needed to back off a little, just to maybe bleed a little bit less armor, because they had an upper hand at first with the cap advantage, but DC they just so good in finding this weak spot when they need to push and not wait a bit more. So they see it, they push, they don't care, and they usually win this fight.
So next is going to be Terra. If you want to go ahead and get the map swapped, I can let the teams know. I got 5 minutes.
Yep.
The maps, yeah, map swap, not team swap. So Terra's been more of the interesting one. We've seen a lot of actually like cap controls here coming from this map. A little bit more unorthodox what some people might think whenever they see Terra Therma. I know DSC had some really brilliant like cap strat here, where they hit a Hunchback 2C off in the back. I'm gonna bring us over to the map here. So Terra Therma here, like, has historically, when teams look at this, you have a push side and a receive side. But what we've really been seeing here is teams essentially setting up their mechs. For all intents and purposes, I'm just going to use ink. We see a lot of teams setting up mechs here, here, and kind of here as well. And they're really just holding out Gamma, Kappa, Sigma from the Team 2 side. And really, because the mech here in Fox 4 can cover Sigma, the mech in Echo 5 can cover Sigma, and Gamma as well. They have really great sight lines on Kappa, and you have your lights and mediums, or your fast heavies, just kind of rotating in between the line of sight of the traders that are up there. And like from Team 1, you're either going to shove down the Theta side, or you're going to try and rotate, pressure those mechs off, and set it up for yourself. That's historically what we've seen. I know 10th Lyran actually did a full Daka press coming from the 8 line through the valley in a Gulf 7 whenever they played Fjord last. And they were effectively able to really catch the mistakes of Fjord on there because their lights went in way too early and they just got eaten alive for free. Are we also gonna see Thunderbolts as well? Maybe. Yeah, we haven't really seen a lot of Fox 6 Volcano play to cover down Theta. Realistically, a whole lot.
Yeah, Thunderbolts may work here because the Theta side pretty much open, Kappa side is pretty much open. Yeah, and if you put a mech on Fox 6, basically what we did in Mantra, we had LRM mech instead of Thunderbolt, trying to focus mechs from Volcano. Just having another Narc mech just to show everyone. It may work, but you really need a good light mech to basically show everyone, and a lot of mid-range mech that can hold the push if something happens. The main thing for Team 2 here, if you want to play this control strat with this pink spot you drew, the most important thing for you is to go to Sigma and grab it as early as possible. Because if you can't do this with your lights, the basically whole strat just fails. Because your assaults can't win it by themselves, they take a lot of time to get to their points. So if you don't put a lot of light tonnage here into Sigma, you're gonna pretty much lose it, because at some point you would have to go with your assaults and push there. And this area, let's say, it's not the best area to push into, because you can get shot from Elliot 7, from Theta, from Delta 7, from here. Some lights may come from Epsi and shot at you here, and some Viper or something can drop from you from behind, from the volcano. So you pretty much screwed on there. So you really need to grab the Sigma early on if you want to use this strategy.
While we have the map up, Team 1 did lock, so 10th Lyran is set up in 4 Charlie, which is going to be the Echo 9 spawn with 3 in Bravo, 1 in Alpha. So it looks like they might be trying to do that southward push like we were talking about a little bit earlier. Might be something like that, might not be going through that valley in the Gulf 8 area, with DSC kind of setting up 4 Charlie, 3 Bravo, 1 Alpha. The exact same, just polar opposite drops.
We might see some NASCAR.
Yeah, we might see, but again, it really just depends. What's 10th Lyran have to do to start getting matches swinging in their favor, right? Like right now, DSC's kind of playing lights out. They're not really a noticeable weakness that even I can see.
Yeah.
Like, what you have to do something drastic here. Maybe you push. Maybe you just straight DPS push them down, kill as many as they can as quickly as they can, or what? I don't know. There's just,
I don't know. Maybe do something reckless.
Something this is the time to pull out those really risky decks and make some magic happen. Really take the momentum away from DSC.
Yeah. DC is just too experienced of a team to lose to make these kind of mistakes, you know. They know how to play trade, they know how to control the caps, and yeah, they're just gonna wizard down your armor and see the opportunity and push. So you have to take the basically take matters into your own hands and start pushing somewhere, start making some decisions, start, I don't know, doing some reckless moves just to throw off the DSC from their balance.
So, alright, I'm gonna bring this back over to the lobby view because it looks like DSC might be locking up here soon. I am going to give them a 90-second warning if they need it.
And the Revenants are running a bit light as well.
Yeah, 470 versus the 480 max, which is not necessarily that big of a deal, because I had a really good conversation with Bowser about this the other day. Of you're not really necessarily looking for mechs to fit tonnage, more so if you're looking at the quirks. Because like a lot of your 45 tonners are just straight up better than your 50 tonners. That's like the perfect example. Like, why would I ever bring a 50 ton mech like like a crab or something like that when, you know, I have the Shadow Cat that could do Vomit really well or just Pop-Tart very well, anything of the sort. Like, it really depends.
Yeah, that
like,
is true.
That's just another really good example. And like with the introduction of the Bull Shark, right, you can drop 5 tons to go put it somewhere else so you can bring a really good Daka mech, like the Mako or the Bull Shark 6. And especially with the rule clarification, we haven't seen a Mako and a Bull Shark 6 put together yet. It kind of really made that really hard solidified Daka.
Okay.
We got about 30 seconds left for DSC here. They are locked. They are all green. I'm just waiting on the lock. Alrighty, we are locked. Go ahead and get us into the match, please, sir.
Let's go. Okay, will we see some NASCAR? That's the most important thing here. Is it gonna turn out just a standard quick play match? Some NASCAR, everyone going in circles? I believe DSC may be better off here with the NASCAR because if they can grab Sigma, they pretty much can play the strategy with putting Assault on Kappa, grabbing Sigma and Gamma and just never letting them go. Having control over 3 of those points and just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting for enemies to come.
Oh, MWO servers, please load me in faster.
At least I have a chance to show them up while you're loading in. It's actually really beautiful when the mechs are not here. When you don't have to put all your attention on the mech battles. Okay, did you load in?
I cannot move. Fantastic. Well,
okay, I'm gonna go over the DSC mechs for now.
Yep.
We have Executioner, Viper, Shooting Man. We have Windscape in Stormcrow, Bull Shark 6, Stone Rhino 6, Shadowcat, Flea, and I believe that's all.
Over here at the 10th Lyran, we have a Blackjack, a Bull Shark 6 with AC5 light PPCs. We have, going through some of the mechs right now. Yeah, I could not move my camera for some reason, folks, so on the MW Leagues 1, we're going to get it from the cockpit view. We have Vent again in the Shadowcat. Cougar going to be Street Cleaner again. Django in a Pirate's Bane here. Small Laser Heavy Machine Gun, Small X-Pulse. Bacon going to be, that Blackjack again, so. And then a 5-year large ER Micro Executioner coming from Monk.
Okay, we can see Stone Rhino going on the Kappa point, as expected for the DSC. Viper is already on top of Volcano, trying to scout some stuff. Revenants have an early advantage of 3 cap points. And we actually have a Spider, in another Volcano looking over Theta and giving some intel to the DSC team.
Alright, and my camera is back now. Fantastic. So again, yeah. Really curious to see what is on the Mako here. 4 AC10, 2 Plasma. Interesting. Kind of not really going for the more alpha on that Mako, because I know you can put 3. So. Again, like, it looks like DSC is just, again, setting up for that stereotypical hold there. Again, 10 has the caps.
Yeah, seems they're waiting for someone to show up on Theta or Sigma and to push into there, because they have pretty much 6 mechs in one spot.
Yeah, were they kind of anticipating like a Theta push almost, or a little bit more aggression there on Epsilon? I'm not really sure.
I guess so. Well, at some point the DSC would have to push somewhere because they are losing on caps.
Well, again, you have 2 of the DSC mechs over here towards the Gamma side, like, gonna try and make a play for a different cap. It's gonna be House and Stimrog and the Spider 5V. The Cap Spider, mind you, is he running a large X-Pulse or like a PPC?
The spider.
2 medium X-Pulse. Okay. So he has a little bit of the DPS fighting option. A house is going to be shadowing him. But then you have a mech over there to Epsilon, basically covering the cap. Stim and House might be able to go jump him. What is that over there, actually?
Pirate's Bane.
Yeah, the Pirate's Bane.
Steps in.
I wonder if he's running stealth. Because he's blacked out. That is a 20-ton option. You know, a little bit of that unorthodox pick. This is exactly what we were talking about. Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about. Making those risky plays. Because they don't see him. If he's running stealth, he can't be picked up. Nothing of the sort. He's really waiting for Epsilon to get grabbed here. That's like, again, perfect for him. Stims doesn't see him at all. Django's gonna fall up right behind him. Stim again, not looking for him at all.
Yeah, and Stim
Is
is
it
alone here.
Yep. Is Stim gonna get
He'll
back
look
shot
at us.
here? Django has to be very careful in the approach, but nope, right here, it's gonna be the fight. It's gonna be Django versus Stim here. Stim's gonna bounce and Django's gonna chase. Stim's down to 83%, and I think House is on his way over to come help Stim right now, but Stim's right now fighting for his life in that Spider 5e. That Django's Locust is just absolutely on him. 77%, 76%, that's gonna be nothing but leg damage too. Stim's head is actually open as well. House is gonna come in here to assist against killing the Locust. The Locust is gonna run off now, realizing this is not the fight that he wants.
Yeah, he needs... Okay, Phoenix is already here to assist him. He can just hold the Epsi.
Stim and House need to be careful. They're gonna get 3v2'd here very quickly. They need to get out of town. But it looks like someone else is gonna come from the Theta side.
We have gained Epsilon.
Heck.
We have Chicken Man on Theta, not grabbing the point, going into the back line. Oh, jumping right into the 4 mechs, 4 assaults. He may lose a leg here and die. Both legs are open on Chicken Man, loses a leg.
Yeah, that's the mistake that 10th Lyran needed. Sleepy goes down, Windscape kills him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much momentum here getting shifted a lot. The tonnage fight right now is in favor of DSC.
Revenants.
Well, no, it's a Bull Shark versus a Viper that got dropped. Villain's down to 68% in his Bull Shark. We were just talking about dual Bull Shark. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But the whole DSC team is open.
Yeah, they took a lot of beatings there. They're kind of unsure of what to do here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You get pinched in here on Sigma because the Mangatsa in Executioner is doing a lot of damage.
Yeah. 10th Lyran.
Into the back of DSC.
10th Lyran has caps. I would be worried if I was DSC right now. Holo goes down. DSC needs to make a play for something, and they need to do it now, and as quickly as they can.
Yeah.
Monk right there, again, just that Crossfire is being an absolute menace to society, and we're here for it. HP fight, again, to 10th Lyran. I think they found... This deck might have paid off for them. Just that looking at the HP totals right now, is just... DSC's absolutely banged up.
Yeah, and I believe Pirate's Bane just grabbed Gamma. Team Rock is trying to get data, but Kogort is already here. Same with
And Shadow.
Ace.
Yep, Stim's gonna get ganked here, maybe.
Yeah, I believe it's a cup win.
Yeah, Windscape goes down in the Stormcrow. Nyan goes down in the Xe. Stim is open to the right leg. His left leg gets shot out, actually. They're gonna go ahead and pick that right leg off pretty quickly. Down he goes. House right there is trying to fight. Assault goes down over at the fight. Yeah, this is gonna be a 10th Lyran win.
Yeah, only MPG is left, and CT is really open on him. Pirate's Bane gets a kill. That's it. Well done.
House is still up. But again, he's an ammo-dependent fleet. There's too many mechs on the field.
Alright.
670 caps. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unlikely he's gonna win it. Even if he kills everyone, it's just not enough time to grab the points.
Yeah. House is gonna try and do everything he can to at least get some more kills, or maybe try and grab a cap. There's not much he can do at this moment.
Yeah.
Except fight.
Get the damage.
Yeah.
Command confirming that we have possession of Kappa. gathered
Yep.
enough resources.
There goes the
This
cap.
triumph will provide us huge
Well done,
Well
10th.
done.
Yeah, we were just talking that you needed to do something a little risky, and your strat worked. The Pirate's Bane, for all intents and purposes, was funny. Looking at the damage numbers here, I'm really curious to see how much damage that Pirate's Bane did. The Pirate's Bane did exactly 92 damage,
92.
but a minute 30 on caps.
Yeah, and 884 damage for Mangatsu and his Executioner.
Yeah, and looking at the damage numbers over there, Hollow, Bullshark 6 only doing 90 damage is not what you want to see from your 95 tonners, right?
No.
And then you're, again, Basalt for the DSC side doing 545 with no kills. The only kills really were grabbed was Windscape and the Stormcrow, so. Hey, we're gonna see drop 5.
Yeah, boy. Always happy to see
yeah.
more comp.
We do have a side swap now, finally. We have Bog with DSC gonna be on Team 1 and 10th Lyran gonna be on Team 2. So let the teams know you're gonna do the side swap.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Don't forget to add the win to the Revenants here.
Yep. Working on it right now. Go ahead and do.
Okay, I believe Viridian Book is the next map.
Yep. Again, Bog, one of the ones you really haven't seen played a whole lot. And I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to give Team 1 their timer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, well done 10th. Like, if you told me that a Pirates fan was gonna get played in CS, I was gonna say you're full of it. But we're here. They did a minute 30 on capping. He denied a cap long enough for his buddies to come in and help. Well done. Well played. Well played.
Yeah.
So-
Basically a textbook play from 10th Lyran Guard here. Exactly what we were talking about. Okay, I believe you have a moment to switch to the map strats. Talk a bit about Viridian Book.